If odd parity is there, complement the bit. Okay. Okay. Now, what is the use of this gray codes? Why we need this conversion of gray to binary, binary to gray sort of thing? What is the use you can expect? That is for reformatting. Okay, reformatting with adjacency. I think adjacency is 1 bit distance. This we have dealt in the previous classes. So each and every, like binary won't have adjacency for your successive ports. So there won't be what you say uniformity of the difference number of bits differing by. But gray you have that adjacency. Okay. This actual adjacency point you must have seen that in K-maps. In your first year, if you have seen K-maps, this point will be coming into picture, wherein K-maps we try to use for minimization. This adjacency will be helpful. Okay, that is the need of taking that thing. And also, this is one of the cyclic thing we said, where that adjacency will be repeating right from the starting point to the ending point and back from end point to the starting point. Okay, this was the last topic what we have seen. Now we go for the next one, that is error detecting codes. And also like correcting codes are also there. Error correcting, error detecting. Error detecting will not correct. Okay. Error detecting codes will not correct the what you say the errors, but it just gives you the information that there is an error happening in the code. Okay. But whereas the correcting thing is, it not only detects but also it corrects the error. So you have two different types of codes where error detection happens, only detection happens, and detection plus correction happens. One of this error detecting, like I list it out. Few we can say that 2 out of 5 code, or else what you say, the parity code. These are detecting codes, what I am listing here. And a few more codes are there where we try to take something like okay, XS3 I think we have seen already. XS3 is one code where this is exceptional, like yeah, it is not purely a detecting code, we can say. If some combination, say if the designer knows that it is XS3, a code value which is in between 0 to 0, 1 and 2. These are our don't cares in this, na? And what are the don't cares? What are the other don't cares we have? 13, 14 and 15. These are don't cares, na? XS3. What is XS3? Your 0 code. Am I audible? Uh, 0 decimal will be represented as 3, na? So until 3, it is don't care. No? 0, 1, 2 is don't care. From 3 to 9, that is 9 means it is 12. Is that correct what I am saying? 1100. Until this you are using. The later portion of 13, 14, 15 becomes don't care. Na? So if any of this combination happens in your transmission or receiving, okay, we can say that there is an error happening, and where exactly happening, we don't know. Because any value in between happening, we cannot expect what is the actual combination that was sent. Only detection can happen. Detection means only finding out or saying that there is a error that is happening in the code that is either received or transmitted. Okay, parity code is, this is our standard, what you say, 1248 format only we'll be taking. This is normal 2 power 0 format. This is 2 power 0 format. And what we do for parity code for error detecting is that we, sorry, we add one parity bit, we add one extra bit, okay? Extra bit will be taken either towards your what you say LSB side or towards MSB side. So again, here this extra bit where you are adding should be documented, because as such if you take this will be 5 bit, either this way you can take or this way you can take. Okay, this becomes actual 4 bit decimal representation becomes 5 bit decimal representation. Representation value, like value won't change, but its appearance will be changing. How is that? We'll see. I'm taking this, say towards LSB side. Say I take this side now. See here, what I this is decimal only, the representation of decimal. Now what we do is a normal representation value will be taken, and this is actually to be a 5-bit code, and what should be the value of P will be decided by the number of ones in the original representation. Some even parity or odd parity. Any of the parity you can use, but it should be documented once again. The extra bit position should be documented. Not only that, are you taking a even parity concept or odd parity concept also has to be documented. So something like it is from the manual, you will be knowing which is the parity bit position and whether you are taking even or odd. So now I take even parity, say. Even parity means overall that 5 bits should have even number of ones. 0 number of ones is also even. Okay. 0 number of ones is even. It is considered to be even parity. Okay, this is a small, what you say, interview questions they'll be asking. 0 number of ones in a code means what is the type of parity it is maintaining? It is even parity, we say. So now the p value should be even. I'm taking even parity generation. So now already we have 0 number of ones. That means already we have even parity. So this parity bit will be 0. Okay, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1 is the original one. Now, how many number of ones? What is the type of parity you have here?
Odd parity.
Odd parity, because one number of 1 is there. So, to make it overall even, the parity bit will be made as 1. Now, see here, by just seeing that, this, if you take, we may decode this as 3, but it's not 3. Okay. So something like security aspect also, like for secrecy of the data also, we can use all these type of codes. So This one P bit will be 1. The next one 0 0 1 0. Again the parity is odd, so P will be 1. 3 0 0 1 1. Already this is having even parity, so parity bit value will be 0. Same way 4 0 1 0 0. So parity bit will be
1.
1.
1.
1 5 6 7 8. I'll write 0 1 0 1. So 5 already even parity is there, so parity bit will be 0. For 6 again even parity is there in the original representation, parity bit will be 0. For 7 0 1 1 1. So this is odd, so parity bit will be 1. And 8 it is odd, parity bit will be 1. For 9 it is even, so parity bit will be 0. Okay, until this is okay. Now how this code will be used for detecting the errors. How can you say that this is a error detecting code? How you can say that this is error detecting code? See here, when you are transmitting a code which is now like a known code for the user and the what you say, the designer, what happens is if there is any single bit error, this code can detect only single. Any single bit error happens, what happens? The even parity will be going off. Even parity goes to odd now. If any single bit changes, any in this combination, any single bit is changing. Say all zeros, you are representing all zeros. Any one bit is changing, say any one bit is changing. Say this bit is changing. It happens as 0 0 1 0 0. It is not even, no? It goes as odd. Any bit, single bit change is happening, the even parity goes to odd parity, which indicates that there is an error. You got my point? Which indicates that there is an error, but it cannot identify which bit position the error happened. Could you get my point? Could you get my point?
Yes, ma'am.
And if double bit changes, then this fails. This fails because if double bit is changing, it will be still even parity. Now, if two bits are changing, say I take this one. If two bits are changing, say 0 0 0 0 0, these two bits are changing. Still, that is a valid code, and we cannot identify if two or what you say more than one bit error is happening, or say 3-bit error is happening, or 5-bit error is happening. This codes will not be in a position to detect them. Only single bit error detecting codes. Okay, so the parity code will be able to identify a happening of error, but it won't identify which exact bit position the error happened. Okay, and the other one, 2 out of 5, we are saying 2 out of 5 means that the length is 5. Okay, and out of that 2 bits should be equal to 1. That is the meaning. This is 2 out of 5, we are saying. The length of the code should be 5, and in that 2 bits has to be maintained 1 always. For this we have you can take like this is not 2 powers. This code is not 2 powers. It is not 2 powers code. This code will be of say either 74210, or you can reshuffle them. Taking these values alone, this value you can change. It can be more than 7 also. It can be more than 7 also. Okay. See, this is one type of 2 out of 5. Okay, one type of 2 out of 5. You can shuffle this also. 0, 1, 2, 4, 7. You can interchange the bits. Okay. Here, what is the concept is that what is the length of the code here we are taking? This is equal to 5 bits. Okay, length is 5. Okay, and here this has to be representing all your decimal numbers, but condition is that always 2 bits has to be 1. Okay, 0 I'll put it at the last. Okay, 0 I'll take it last. Okay, I'll take this combination. For this I'll write, or else you can write for this as a practice later. Okay, so for 1 I'm writing, see here, here you have 0 bit. If you add 0 to this code value, the value of the code is not going to change. Yes or no?
Yes.
But appearance is 5 bits. So we try to take the advantage of this 0. Okay, here. Now, 1 is, I write this. This is 1 over 3 zeros. This is actual 1. If we add this, this is actual 1. But what our code or what our type of code says that 2 bits has to be 1. So I take the advantage of this 0 bit. I make the 0 bit position as 1 so that appearance looks to be having 2 ones there. Okay. Now, but equivalent value is 1 only. If you add this, the value is 1 only. But appearance is that out of 5 bits, 2 bits are 1. We'll take for 2. 2 is this one. Okay. Now, here only one is there. So make this 0 bit as 1, but still the value is 2. Okay. So for 3, if you write 1 plus 2, 0, 0. 1, 1, 0, 0. Already 2 bits are 1. So make the 0 bit as 0. Now this is 3. For 4, 1 followed with, sorry, what is that code I am taking? For this I should write, okay. I'm taking for this one. Okay, so this is for 4. So what should be 0 value? It should be 1. 0 bit should be 1. Is this correct? Is this correct? Some question, I couldn't see the comment. Can you unmute and ask the thing? Doubt? Someone had a doubt.
Ma'am, for 0?
For 0? 0, last I'll tell. There is one point here. For 0, finally, after writing this, I'll explain. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So for 5, it is 1 over 0, 1, 0. So your 0 bit will be 0. For 6, again 0, 1, 1, 0. Your 0 bit will be 0. 7, 1. So your 0 bit will be 1. For 8, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0 bit will be 0. For 9, 0, 1, 0, 1. And what is your 0 bit? 0. So, see here, for this code, what are the values we are using is right from 1 to 9. Right from 1 to 9. If you take these values, like right from excluding this 0 bit, what is the highest, what you say, sum of weightages? What is the highest sum of weightages?
With only 2 ones, ma'am, or a summation of all of them?
No. If you sum all the weights, what is that highest value you'll get?
14.
14, yeah. And this 14, we are not using right from 1 to 9. Okay. But for other combination, right from 1 to 9, either of 1 or 2 or 3 bits we are taking, like 3, not 3, 2 bits only you'll be using to get the values. See, if you add this, say, what you say, 7 plus 1, 8, it is already used. 7 plus 2, 9, it is used. Okay, 7 plus 0, that means only two bits you are ultimately using. No, 2 ones should be there. So highest value I am taking, I add that. If I use that for representation, I cannot reuse them. But only one combination is left where two bits, these 2 bits are not used. See this, 4 and 7. And that is greater than 9. That is 11, no? Any other combination you take, it will be falling into any one of the representation right from 1 to 9. So only for 0, the exception is that it should be having 2 out of 5. For 0 also, the code represented should be having 2 out of 5, but it should not be falling between 1 to 9 represented combination. So what is left over for us is 1, 1, 0, 0, 0 bit is 0. Only for 0, in this 2 out of 5, we have something different representation. You got this? Why we are taking 0 as different is, we need 2 bits to be 1. That is must and should, because that is 2 out of 5. And we should take some combination which is not used right from 1 to 9. So what is left for us is 4 plus 7, 4 and 7, 2 bits. If you take, that is 11, which is not falling in the range of 1 to 9. So here how you are able to detect this? Or here how you are able to detect that there is an error happening? If any 1 bit change happens, it won't be 2 out of 5. Or any number of bits it is changing, it won't be 2 out of 5. Yes or no? Any one single bit change happens, that 2 out of 5 condition goes out. Then you can find out that there is a error happened. But where exactly it happened will not be able to be identified straight away. That means we need to have some rules, or what you say, some methods of finding these errors, and we should be able to correct them. So that becomes error correcting codes. Understood this one? So you can develop your own codes here. These codes, your own codes you can develop. Able to understand?
Here for 7 again one combination is possible. We can take anyone. Here for 7 again one combination is possible. We can take anyone. 1110.
No.
Like
No, we
1
cannot.
plus 2 plus 1.
See, we cannot take this combination because you are saying 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7. Okay, but it happens to be 3, na? It's 7,
okay,
0,
okay,
1, 1, 1, 0, na? This is not 2 out of 5.
okay, thank you.
So you cannot take that one. Okay. Here, these values you can change. These values you can change. These are not having a fixed radix, you see. These values you can change. But only thing what you have to see is that there should be a happening of 2 bits to be 1 for representing 1 to 9. Okay. And what is taken here should not be used for 0. Okay. That is error detecting sort of thing. So we'll go for correcting. In your first year, did you read this Hamming concept? I think it was there in first year. Did you read? Amma. Did you read
No,
No,
ma'am.
Hamming codes? Just 2 minutes, I'll come. Just 2 minutes, give me a break. Just 2 minutes, okay? Okay. Okay. So these are error correcting codes. These are primarily what you say, primary level of error correcting, primary, because actually error or what the information size can be varied. No, we cannot say that only it should have 4 bits or 5 bits. Length can be any length. Okay, it can have 10 bits and 20 bits or 30 bits also, for depending on the magnitude. So this is primary level of error correcting codes, and this is something this have some logic here saying how many number of message bits we are transmitting. Based on that, the size of the Hamming code will be. The size of the Hamming code depends on the number of message bits. That means it is something like length. It depends on the length of the original message what we are transmitting. Okay, so here again, what is that we are using is the parity. We try to take the parity bits here. That means this Hamming code will not only have the message bits, but also it will be having the parity bits. Say if I say M is the message bits and P are represented as parity bits, okay, our Hamming code will have this message bits plus parity bits, okay, in such a way that how many number of parity bits, how many number of parity bits to be added to the message bits depends on an equality sort of thing. Say the number of parity bits 2 power the number of parity bits. P represents, say, the number of parity bits you are taking should be greater than or equal to the number of message bits plus the parity bits what you are taking plus 1. This is the equality that it has to maintain, or it is the minimum condition. This is the minimum condition it has to maintain. Okay, so but the Hamming code will be the sum of the message bits plus the number of parity bits we are choosing. Okay, this is your Hamming code. So how to choose this is, say for your decimal, or say message bits is 4 message bits you have, something like M1, M2, M3, M4. 4 message bits are there. To this, we need to add the parity bits. Okay, for that, this is 4. That means that is fixed 4. Okay, and this is 1. This is also fixed. Now fix the number of parity bits. Say if you take 1 parity bit, will it be greater than or equal? If you take 1 parity bit, 2 power 1. 2 power 1 is 2. Will it be greater than or equal to 4 plus 1 plus 1?
No, ma'am.
No. So if you take 2, will it be greater than or equal to 4 plus 2 plus 1? No. If you take 3, will it be greater than 4 plus 3 plus 1? Exact
Equal.
condition, minimal condition is satisfied. That means if number of message bits are 4, the number of parity bits minimum needed is 3. Minimum needed is 3. Okay. we name them as say P0, P1, P2 say. Now, what is the total size of your Hamming code now? For 4 message bits, it will be 7. 4, 3, 7 bits. So your Hamming code size depends on the message bits and the number of parity bits that are selected based on this condition. Okay. Now again, where to place this message and parity bits? The placing of message bits and parity bits. Now see, we said 7. So I take this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 bit positions I am taking. 7 bit positions, and you have to place the parity bits in 2 power 0 positions. 2 power 0 positions. This is 2 power 0. This is 2 power 1. This is 2 power 2 position. 2 power 0 is 1. This one. This is 2 power 0. And this is 2 power 1. And this is 2 power 2. In these bit positions, we will be placing the parity bits. This is P0, P1, P2. Now, the message bits, where to place these message bits? Is the in-between positions, what is left over after taking the parity bits. So I'll take this as, you can take this as M1, M2, M3, M4, or else you can take this as M4, M3, M2, M1. Anything is okay, but you have to mention this in your documentation, saying that this is the pattern of the positions what you have taken. Okay, anything you can take. Okay, but these are fixed. P0, P1, P2 will be fixed. These bit positions will be fixed. Here you can shuffle. These message bits you can shuffle. Okay, so we'll take one example. Say, for message bit of 6, say, message is 6. I'm taking decimal representation. Minimum, here we are not taking the minimum. I'm saying this is 0110. 4-bit message. Okay, my transmitted value is 6. I have taken 4-bit message of 0110. Okay, now as per this rule, we need 3 message parity bits. 3 parity bits. Okay, and I'll take this first format. Say 0, 1, 1, 0. This is the message bits. We position these message bits. Now after that we have to fix the value of parity. Now for this, how we take the parity bit positions is that 3 parity bits we are taking. 2 P0, P1, P2. This we said 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2. Okay. Anyhow, 0 is not there. 0 position we are not taking. We start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. That is the maximum value you will get now with 3 bits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, now for checking, or what you say, for evaluating or fixing the value of P naught, the positions that has to be checked for is position 1. Wherever it is 1 in the representation, that bit position you have to take. Then 3. Then 5. Then 7. That means in the code, the bit positions 1, 3, 5 and 7 has to be checked for to fix the value of P naught. Okay. Then for P1, 2, 3, 6, 7. So then for P2, it is 4, 5, 6, 7. So these positions are fixed. Now what is that we have to do is, we have to see that there is even parity maintained. When I am taking these bit positions, there should be even parity for these 4 bit positions. See here, for P naught, I am taking that. See P naught, this one, 1, 3, 5, 7. How many number of ones are there? How many number of ones are there?
1.
Odd. One, only one is there, odd. So it has to maintain even, means that parity bit will be made as 1. So that totally 4 bits, if you consider together, we are maintaining parity as even. Okay. Now for P1, I take another. For P1, this is the bit position. 2, 3, 6, 7. 2, 3, 6, 7. Even or odd? It is odd parity. It is odd parity. 2, 3, 6, 7, if you are taking, it is having odd parity. So P1 will be made as 1 to maintain that parity of even. Next, this one, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 ones are there. 2 ones are there already. So already it is having even parity. So that parity position will be, or parity bit will be made as 0. Now, this is the Hamming code for 6 message. This is the Hamming code for 6. Able to understand how you are generating the Hamming code? Out of 100 voices, I am not hearing at least one response.
For P naught, why only 1357 is chosen and not 1367 or anything? For P naught, we have chosen like 1357 only and not 1367. Why is it only 1357?
Here in your this one, for 3-bit positions, we are taking 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2. That means a combination of binary binary positions we are taking. For that, in that binary positions, the representation of your values in these bits, see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, these are your 7 bits of the code. In these 7 bits of the code, where is this P naught existing? Where is this P naught existing? It will be in the position of 1, in the position of 3, in the position of 5, in the position of 7, P naught will be influencing. Whereas for P1, it will be in 2, in 3, add 6 and 7 positions. These are positions. These are the positions deciding combination. And for P2, it is in position 4, 5, 6, 7 of the code.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
It changes for if the message with this size is changing. Changes in the sense it will be adding. We'll see that also. So I think everyone understood this, or still you have a doubt? So do for
Can you just go through the like after giving values for P0, P1, and P2, like 1, 3, 5, 7, 2, 3, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can you just go through this how you are giving values in the main bit here?
Okay. I'll take one more example. That was for 6. I'll take for 3 then. Okay. 3 is 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay. I'll take one more example. The same, the message number of bits in the message is 4 we are taking. So your parity bits will be 3. So same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And here I am taking this as P0, P1, P2. Okay. And here I'll take this as, say, M4, M3, M2, M1. Say I'm taking this as 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay, these are the normal values. Okay, now we need to decide what is P0, P1, P2. Okay, so for P1, take position 1, 3, 5, 7. See how many number of ones are there. Including this bit we take, including this bit. Number of ones is odd. Yes or no? Number of ones is odd. So make this even by making that parity bit, corresponding parity bit as 1. So altogether 1, 3, 5, 7, 2 ones are there. So even parity O. For P1, 2, 3, 2, 3, this one, 2, 3, 6, 7. 2, 3, 6, 7 you have to take. Already 6 and 7 are both ones. It is even parity maintained. Already even parity is there. So the P1 value will be taken as 0 because altogether if you take these 4 bits, it will be even maintained.
Ma'am, can we do this can we come from P2 to P0 as well, or should we go from P0, P1, and then P2 only?
In any way you take, you are not disturbing this message bits, no? You will get the same value.
Okay.
Because these values are fixed, no? This P1, P2, this P0, P1, P2 are mutually independent, na? Positions are mutually independent. Message bits are fixed. So you won't get different value. You can start from this also. 4, 5, 6, 7. From P2 you fix the same value you get. No problem.
Okay, no problem.
Now for P2, these 4 bits to be considered. That means 4, 5, 6, 7. Already this is even. 2 bits are ones, even. So P2 will be 0. This is for 3. Is this okay? So as a room work in your assignment, I'm giving you one question. Write down the Hamming codes. Derive the Hamming codes for the decimal values, right from 0 to 9. That is one assignment question. Derive the Hamming code for the decimal values 0 to 9. Now, Now, say if message bits are 5, will the size of the Hamming code 7 is able to handle? We'll see. If message bits are 5. Okay, what is that thing? 2 power 3, 7 if I'm taking. Because 2, 1 and 0 is not like it is not sufficient. So I'm starting with 3 directly. Will it be greater than or equal to 5 plus 3 plus 1? For 5 message bits, 3 parity bits is enough or not?
No, ma'am.
No. So we need one more extra. 2 power 4 will be greater than your 5 plus 4 plus 1. Actually, it should be greater than or equal, we are saying. So now it is greater is satisfied. That means 2 power 4, 16 will be greater than your 10. Okay. Now here, if this is happening, how to position once again? Now here parity bits are P0, P1, P2, P3. It's not 3, it's 4 now. Okay. Message bits are 5. What is the size of your Hamming code now? 5 plus 4, no? That means 9. It will be 9 now. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. Now, how to place this? This is 2 power 0. This is 2 power 1, 2 power 2, power 3. That means P0, P1, P2, P3. These are your positions of the parity. And M4, M3, M2, M1, M0 I'm taking. Message bits. This is your Hamming code. Now, taking 4 parity bits, how many message bits you can handle? Maximum. How many you can handle?
11.
Hmm?
11.
11. Yeah, 11. Because that is greater than equal. Na? Then 11 bits you can handle. That means only the thing is you will be extending this the length of the code. That means taking that as M plus your P. And you will be positioning the parity bits as 2 power things and the message bits in between. That's all. Okay, I'll give you one more thing. Say 10110. Develop the Hamming code for this. Develop the Hamming code for this bit. Develop the Hamming code for this one. One more. This is how many? 5 bit, 6 bit, 6 bit. Develop the Hamming code for these fellows, okay? In your assignment. That is your assignment question. Okay, one more question. Take one more question. What is the rule of generating a Hamming code? Any doubts are there? Get it clarified or else I'll close the session. Any doubts are there? Okay, I'm closing the session.